What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And right now, I wanted to talk about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion special. So it dropped today, and I went ahead and watched it this morning. And this isn't really a review because I feel like it's hard to review a cast reunion. Remember, this is not them in character for another episode, for a get-together episode. This is simply the cast coming together to reflect on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the 6 seasons that they ran, and reminisce and talk about their memories together and the impact that it's had on them and that it's had on pop culture. So this isn't really a review. I think it's more of a just a what were my takeaways on it. So let's talk about that. So first and foremost, the main takeaway, and this was kind of like in some ways the climax of the reunion special, was Will Smith sitting down with Janice Hubert, who was the original Aunt Viv, and airing out their 27-year-old dirty laundry and talking about it and reconciling the fact that she felt betrayed by him. She felt that he got her kicked off the show, fired from the show, and reconciling the fact, Will Smith even reconciling the fact that, yeah, you know what, maybe I was young and stupid and maybe I didn't act appropriately. So there was definitely a wonderful moment there where they were able to talk and just kind of acknowledge to each other and to themselves. You know, there's a moment where Will was like, you know what, I was 21 years old. I did some stuff did some stuff I wasn't proud of, and I apologize, and she even, acknowledged some of her faults and some of her shortcomings. It was a really nice moment, and the funny thing is that was the moment I was least looking forward to because I didn't care. I just didn't care about these two sitting back down and discussing their 27-year-old feud. But the funny thing is that at the end of the episode, it was what I remembered the most because it was so sweet and it was so poignant, and it was definitely in some ways inspirational. Like, yes, we can, as human beings, forgive, we can mend relationships, and we can move on. So that was very nice, and definitely the kind of the highlight for me. I also liked I also enjoyed the time that Will Smith spent talking to what was his name, Alfonso Ribeiro, about Carlton. Carlton was actually my favorite character. I mean, I think Will Smith was everybody's favorite character, but if you look past Will Smith, Carlton was everybody's favorite character. As they say in the show, he was the straight man. He was the straight man to Will's zaniness and wackiness. And in comedy, it's important to have that straight man. So they definitely talked about the way they prepared, the way that they planned the show, the way they did their script reading, their dress rehearsal, the way they did all that, and the way that they definitely played off of each other to become this great comedy team. So I thought that was cool. I also thought it was really, really funny when Will talked about his first experiences in acting, how he learned everybody's lines. And this was his first experience in acting. And in that first season, he learned everybody's lines. And that when they were on the show, if you looked really closely, you could see him lipping everybody's lines. So they even there's even a point where he was sitting on the couch with Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle was talking, and they kind of zoomed in on Will Smith's mouth, and you saw that even though Don Cheadle was talking, Will Smith's mouth was moving the words. I thought that was hilarious. I never picked up on that before. I literally want to go in there and turn it on right now just so I can look for that. This was a lot of fun. I mean, this was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's not anything that's review worthy because it's not good or bad. It's just something that if you're a fan of the show, or even if you watched it like I did, I was never really like a huge Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan, but I had to watch this reunion special because I've seen every episode of it. It was on when I was a kid. It was one of those shows like Saved by the Bell. It was just on every day, and I watched it every day. Probably right after Saved by the Bell. So I had to watch this, and I had to, really check out this reunion special. And I was disappointed when I heard that they weren't in character, that they were just getting together to reminisce. But it worked. It worked out pretty well. There was a nice, touching tribute in it to the dad, and And there was yeah, sorry, James Avery. There's a nice touching tribute in there to James Avery, and that was probably my second favorite highlight. Was the tribute to him. You know, he died in 2013, and they did some good reminiscing with that character, and everybody got pretty emotional when they discussed him. Like I said, it was fun. It was a good time. It was an hour and 15 minutes, well spent, but it wasn't good or bad. It was like sitting back down with old friends and hearing them talk and hearing them reminisce about all the fun that we've had. And even though you're a silent observer sitting in the corner, you're still part of the conversation. That's kind of how it felt. So I don't know. That just my takeaway on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air reunion special. Have any of you watched it? If so, tell me what you thought of it in the comments down below. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content. Want to make sure you're up to date with what I'm doing. And as always, thank you for joining me here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.